Hey everyone, and welcome to the All Elite Zone podcast on YouTube and Twitch. I'm here for our Ring of Honor. Uh, we're here for our Ring of Honor Club live reaction. Tonight should be a very good episode. There's gonna be 19 matches on the show tonight. There's not a lot of matches on Ring of Honor. Ever since they've came back and they started doing shows again. They don't have a lot of shows on there on each episode, but tonight's probably the most it's ever been, 19 matches. So we're gonna be here for a while, guys. Uh, but it's more the reason to subscribe to Honor Club, because you're getting your money's worth, really. And you can watch yourself back as well. So if you don't catch it live, you can always go back and watch it. Uh, so we got first Mark Briscoe and JD Drake. And I hope you guys like the new graphics that was made by our new member, Michael. Michael. Uh, we started last night with the Dynamite ones. Uh, Now tonight we got the Ring of Honor. I really, really like them. Uh, yeah, thanks to Michael for all the good channel art. But it looks like tonight's the last episode they'll be doing. I don't know, because last night after Dynamite they filmed some ROH. So I don't know if tonight they're airing all that they had, because I think it was like 2 weeks ago they filmed Saturday and Sunday for more. They did more ROH tapings. So I don't know if they're just airing all that they had left tonight and starting fresh, because they filmed ROH last night. So I'm assuming that they're airing all that they had left from their last taping at Universal. Then next Thursday we'll get the taping that they did last night, which had a lot of big matches. Shibata was back. Athena was on there. Brian Cage, Bandito was on there, and a few others. Brian Cage, I don't know if I said him already. But they got another ROH taping for Universal, I believe next weekend. So I believe, if I'm predicting it right, it will probably be this tonight will be all the remaining episodes, that they filmed at the last Universal taping. Next Thursday will be the episode that was taped after Dynamite, and next week will be, well, they got that ROH taping again on a Saturday, I believe, and then when the Collision starts up on Dynamite, after Dynamite they'll film Rampage, and after Collision they'll film ROH. So yeah, but I really like the Universal setup. It gives ROH more of its own feel. Like it feels exclusive to ROH, since there's not a dark or elevation anymore. But anyways, get to the action. We got Mark Briscoe and JD Drake starting off tonight. There's no doubt that Mark Briscoe will probably win this. I know I haven't done an ROH reaction in some time, uh, but I do still watch. Uh, Shane Taylor and the Workhorsemen's been teaming up a little bit. It's a very unusual team, but I thought they did pretty good together. And just so everyone is watching on the ROH live reactions, I tried to wear an ROH shirt, so I got the final battle with Jericho and Claudio from this last year. Ooh, that was different. He didn't catch him at all, but that was a really good move by Mark Briscoe. Never seen him do a move like that. I really love the scene of the Reach for the Sky ladder match. Oh, that's a yearly thing that they do. It has a really good name, Reach for the Sky ladder match. Uh, Why my sound's messed up? I think it's fixed now. And then, of course, they're promoting AEW. I never understand why they promote AEW on ROH. I mean, they're basically sister companies, basically. But Tony kind of stated that they're two different companies. Uh, so, yeah, that's that. Technically, it is affiliated with AEW because last night on Dynamite they showed some ROH footage on Dynamite last night. I forget what match it was, but yeah, they go down the whole card for tomorrow night. Yeah, it's still crazy that we seen Sabu last night. I mean, I never imagined that we would see Sabu on AEW in 2023. And speaking of Sabu, if you haven't already, definitely go check out our interview that we did with Sabu. It's like one of our first interviews that we did. I believe it was like 2021, 2022. I believe 2021. It was like our first big interview that we did. But definitely go check that out. Some interesting things that relate to his AEW debut. He mentioned Jericho, one of the guys he would like to work with in AEW. He didn't want to go against the obvious guys like we would put him against in a hardcore match, like Moxley or King Omega or guys like you would think that he would go against, like for a hardcore match. You want to go against guys that the unpredictable guys that you think that he would go against, because he doesn't have many years left, that's for sure. He's an absolute legend. And I always see people complaining on Twitter about him being on there and basically talking about his past and the stuff he said. But to me, I could care less of any of that. I'm just glad that we get to enjoy Sabu on mainstream wrestling again because it's been a long time since it's been on TV. I guess if you count Impact when they were, what was it? What was it? That channel they were on? Pursuit. He was on there a little bit, but like mainstream TV, like mainstream wrestling, this has been at least 15 years. Maybe when TNA was on Spike. I don't know if he was on there. I know he was involved in TNA. I don't know if he was in the mainstream era of TNA. Ooh, that's good. It's gonna move by Mark Briscoe. But I'm happy that we got Mark Briscoe. I mean, I'm happy that we got Sabu in AEW. I don't see a problem with him being on there. Because it's only like a one-off appearance. He appeared on Dynamite and he'll be at Double or Nothing. And it's not like he's going to sign a contract because there's no way he could go full time again. Uh, he's nearing the end of his career, which he deserves a mainstream appearance again. No, we're going to the top rope. Ooh, that's a good slap. Uranagi. Is that what the name's called? The Uranagi. Mark Briscoe could have ended this match already if you could have ended this match a while ago. For a power driver. Anthony Henry's getting on the try to distract him. Remember last week, I don't know which week it was, but Anthony Henry got destroyed. FTR came back to ROH and Eddie Kingston came back. Oh, that was good. Pushed me against the rope and a good chop. Good. punch. From moonsault? Ooh. That was a good moonsault by JD Drake. He still didn't get the win though. I'm glad that they broke him away from the wingman. He's a lot better with Anthony Henry and is taken a lot more serious. But the only thing I wish for the workhorsemen is that they would pick up a few more wins, because I don't believe they've won anything in ROH. Like, have they even won a single match? I can't recall them winning it in a single match. So like, there needs to be some upsets in AEW and in ROH, really. Especially ROH, I feel like, because it's not a dark right now. Elevation or dark in AEW, but people like JD Drake. Ooh, that was good. Flying elbow. 1, 2, 3. Mark Briscoe picks up the win. That was a pretty decent match. Pretty decent first match. It's great to see the crowd riled up for Mark Briscoe. I still want that shirt that that fan had right there. It's like an ROH shirt. It's like black and red. Looks really, really cool. Was it a? I like a flying elbow. Let's go to the comments. Bobby Ray's. Hey guys, love the reaction last night. Well, thank you, Bobby. Love the Dynamite reaction. You can catch us every Wednesday for Dynamite. We do Dynamite reactions every week. And the show was good last night too. AEW, I thought that was a really good episode. The ratings were actually up pretty too. They were at 846,000. They were up maybe 40,000 from last week. The demo went up. Last week they had 0.28. This week they had 0.32. So the ratings went up a little bit. But that was an okay episode. It was a pretty good episode. Loving the new graphics. I love the new graphics too. Our new member, Michael, has really done an outstanding job on the new graphics. Briscoe, that's my dad. You're doing a great job. Well, thank you. Davis, thanks for watching. Everyone, thanks for watching. I really appreciate everyone stopping by and watching. Get Matt Seidel and Christopher Daniels backstage promo. I believe last week it was Zack Sabre Jr. and Samoa Joe in a promo, and then Christopher Daniels and Matt Sydal came out, and then that's how this tag match came to be. But it looks like we're going to get Zack Sabre Jr. and Samoa Joe pretty soon. The ROH Television Champion versus the New Japan TV Championship. I guess that's what he holds. I like Matt Sydal and Daniels, but they're not winning that match. We got Claudio Castagnoli versus Serpentico in a proving ground match. It's basically a eliminator match. If you win, you get a title shot, but theirs is a little bit different. You have to last like 10 minutes in the match. Like if you last 10 minutes, then you get a title shot, or if you beat them. Because that was a stipulation when I went to AEW House Rules with Claudio and Brian Pillman Jr., which was a really good match, actually. Pillman almost lasted 10 minutes. It was a pretty good match, I think. I'm glad that at least on house shows, Brian Pillman is getting more opportunities to get used. Claudio Castagnoli. I think this theme is a good heel theme song for Claudio, because he's a heel now. Technically, he is a heel. The other theme song, his first theme song in AEW, sounded like a celebration more than a theme song. It was a really good theme. He's been going strong with his title defenses so far, Claudio. He's finished against quite a few people. He beat Eddie Kingston. He beat this second title reign. This is the second time him having it. He beat A.R. Fox, Kingston. He's beaten. Who else has he beaten? Possibly Blake Christian. He's went against. There's been some other people that he's went against. Davis Claudio versus Strong. That would actually be a pretty good match if they had Roderick Strong come back to ROH. He's been on AEW exclusively right now, but that doesn't mean he can't pop up on Ring of Honor. But I think with this new brand split, there's going to be a brand split. Looks like between Dynamite and Collision. What I think is going to happen is uh, Rampage will be filmed after Dynamite, so the entire Dynamite roster will be able to be on Dynamite and Rampage because they'll be taped on the same night, and the Collision roster will have a chance to be, if they're not on Collision, because you still can't use everybody in 2 hours even with the brand split. But the guys that don't get used on Collision after Collision for the ROH tapings, the people that some people will be on Collision or ROH, some people will be on Dynamite and Rampage. That makes sense. So people on both rosters can go on Rampage and ROH. So if Roderick Strong gets drafted to Collision, there's a possibility that we could see him in ROH. No, this is just my theory. I don't know if that's actually going to happen, but it's worth noting that it could happen. And they also trademarked the transfer portal, so maybe between Collision and Dynamite, like once every so often they have a transfer portal, and let's say Collision sends Hobbs to Dynamite, and he goes through the transfer portal from Collision to Dynamite for 1 week, and Dynamite sends Wardlow, for example, through the transfer portal to Collision. And they could do trades also to keep the interest up. But they're going to need general managers for that if they're going to do trades. And we've seen a promo or a video skit of Stokely in Jacksonville taking Tony Khan's office basically and stuff. So it could be a hint that he's going to be a general manager. I would think he would be a general manager for Collision because it seemed like CM Punk pushed for him a lot to come to AEW. So I think it's a possibility that he'll be on Collision. It was a good hit scissors by Serpentico. Good roll up. And also the AEW has been really big on luchadors here lately. They got Bandito, they got Commander, they got the Lucha Bros, they got Serpentico. Who else? I know I'm missing a few. Metal Elite we saw last night. There's a few others I'm forgetting. Serpentico going to the top rope. Crossbody. 1, 2. I've noticed that ROH has got its own referees. Normally it's been Stephen Smith and not Paul Turner. What's his name? The guy in the match right now. It's been them two and Paul Turner, I believe. Them three has been from AEW and Ring of Honor both. But here lately on Ring of Honor there's been 2 women on ROH, 2 women referees, and there's been 2 other guys. So it's good. It's good that they're having their own exclusive people. Then, in case everyone didn't know, tomorrow night we'll be back. SAP. So they're chanting Spanish announce project, I believe. Because there's a team, called the SAT is the Spanish announce team. TNA, I believe they're in WCW as well. Terry Claudio won. That match didn't last that long. They gave that match a little bit too much time. Claudio could have easily had this match won in 2 minutes. Total honor. Him shaking his hand. For Vixen versus Kira Hogan next. They've been using her a lot on ROH. So I got Kira Hogan. See, I believe that some of these people should be signed to AEW and they should be exclusively to Ring of Honor. Because people like Kira Hogan should be on Ring of Honor and improving. I don't care what people say, but she's not TV ready. I've seen a lot of mistakes made by her, but I said by Mick Foley, he said it the perfect way. He said a lot of these people who are in ROH, I mean, who are in AEW right now, are indie wrestlers who's never been on TV before on a weekly basis, or they've never been on TV much, and we're seeing a lot of their mistakes on TV because they haven't been. I would go watch it him because no, I'm not quoting him right. Uh, but basically saying that all these people that are very, very young and they have room to improve, but they're making a lot of mistakes on TV because they didn't get the chance to make mistakes on the indies. So we're seeing them on live television, which you can't have everyone on TV that are. Sorry about that. You can't have everyone. You can't sign everyone you want. I know it's tough for Tony to realize, but uh, hope hopefully this brand split will fix that. But then again, they can't keep signing people even with the brand split. Because eventually you'll get to where that either brand can't use anyone. You got to pick and choose who you want. You can't have everyone. You know, you have to make sacrifices, like the people you really want most. Um, not you can't have everyone. Phone's going off. Ooh, that was a good move. Very sloppy move at the same time. Yeah, I don't know about Kira Hogan. I see a lot of mistakes being made right here. Everyone doesn't want to admit that though. Sometimes I hate to be brutally honest, but I saw Mr. Jacobs. He's brutally honest. Uh, he's brutally honest. You know. Oh, that was a good move. I've heard Vixen. It's not like Kira Hogan's going to win this match, but Vert Vixen should win. But yeah, I'm not really. This match is okay. Vert Vixen's really good though. Oh, that was a good move. One, two. I don't know what you call that move. That was a pretty good move. It's like a springboard kick or something by Britt Vixen. She looks a lot like Chris Statlander. Ooh, that was a close one. Ooh, that was good. What do you call that move? I have a feeling Kira was gonna win this because I don't know what to say. Kind of a spoiler alert for the taping. This that was made last night, but it looked like Kira Hogan got injured in whatever she did last night with Athena. I'm sorry, Athena is not one, two. Yeah, that was the wrong finish. I'm sorry, but that was the wrong finish. I felt like she shouldn't have won that. I mean, the Sky Blue and Athena match was good, but going from that to Athena and Kira Hogan is really downgrading. I feel like Athena and Vert Vixen would be a better match. I feel like Kira Hogan's got a lot of inexperience, and I've seen it for a person that me that actually has been in a ring and I've trained to be a wrestler and stuff like that. There's a lot of mistakes that was made. I know it's on a streaming service, but you still have to show some type of you can't be that you got to have some experience to wrestle because if not, then mistakes can happen. It can really hurt someone. Uh, I've seen that firsthand by a lot of people. People that didn't know what they were doing in the ring, and ended up really seriously hurting someone because they're not as experienced. Uh, Not to say that Kira Hogan would do that, but I feel like as a fan, I would be more interested in seeing Athena and Vert Vixen rather than Athena and Kira Hogan. But she got injured, I believe, last night. I hope it's not a serious injury because looks like we're here with that injury bug again around this time last year. Uh, Kira Hogan would technically be on AEW side, but for Forbidden Door, looks like it's on New Japan side. We got Mark Davis injured. Well, technically, Mark Davis is AEW now since he got signed last night. Both of them did. Aussie Open. But Mercedes is injured. Um, there's a few others I'm forgetting probably. Kyle Fletcher. Oh, they had to vacate their titles. Who else? No, there were two champions, weren't they? Because Kyle Fletcher had two belts with him on Dynamite. That sucks. Because Aussie Open, I was really loving them on ROH together. But at least we're getting to see Kyle Fletcher in some singles action. He had a very good match last night on Dynamite for sure with Orange Cassidy. I really thought he was going to win there. But up next, we got Kyle Fletcher versus AR Fox. This is the see, we had Mark Briscoe, J.D. Drake. We had Claudio Serpentico, the women's match with Vert Vixen and Kira Hogan on the fourth match. So we're not going to be done anytime soon. No, Rick Moss is a supersized edition. Yeah, definitely is a supersized edition. I'm really debating on getting that, the Micro Brawler, the Black Machismo Micro Brawler, the Jay Lethal. I guess he has a trademark to it. ROH does now, which was done in TNA. So Impact really doesn't do that stuff. They're not doing anything with it. So I don't. So I've got Willie Nightingale in action next, but I was saying that like AEW is taking a lot of things from Impact, like theme songs, whether it be like Jeff Jarrett's theme song they used. They've used some other things from Impact before. I'm surprised that they didn't get Sting's TNA theme song. That would have been cool. Hopefully they do that for Sting's last match. Get his old TNA theme song. I like the AEW one, but the TNA one's just real classic. Yeah, I'm really thinking about getting that. I have a lot of micro brawlers. If anyone doesn't notice, or anyone doesn't know, a lot of AEW ones I get from the All Elite crate, and I purchased a few off of Shop AEW. Everyone watching, do you guys collect micro brawlers? I know they have Impact ones. They have like pro wrestling teams with like all kinds of legends like Ric Flair, Randy Savage, Ultimate Warrior. They have AEW ones, Ring of Honor, MLW. I think probably have some. So do you guys collect any micro brawlers? Ooh, I was gonna move Air Fox. Crowd's behind him. That's good. Was it last week? I believe the main event of ROH was Kingdom versus Darius Martin and Action Andretti. And Action Andretti and Darius won. That was a very good match. It was a no honors match, like a hardcore match, basically. They had a ladder, they had tables, chairs. Ooh, I was gonna hurt if you would have suplexed him out of the ring like that. Ooh, dodged it. Ooh, that was good. That really hurts. It really hurts landing on the edge of the ring like that. I've done that before, so it definitely hurts. You'll leave black and blue. Ooh, that was good. Body slam on the outside. I'm personally going for Kyle Fletcher to win this. But then again, AF Fox has had a lot of losses in AEW. Meaning, well, AEW too, but not as ROH, and ROH has had a lot of losses. So I'd like to see him pick up a win. Bobby Grays. I've got a few AEW micro brawlers. That's cool. I have a few of them. I have a lot of them. Not a few. I'd say what's the total? I have like 15 to 16 micro brawlers. AEW ones. I got a Sting, got the Surfer Sting. I got Samoa Joe, Ring of Honor. A lot of ones from the All Elite crate. I've got Nyla Rose, Evil Uno, uh, Sammy Guevara. I've gotten from the All Elite crate. Got a Bryan Danielson one. No, they just had an FTR one on sale. I missed that one. I really, really wanted that one. But I know they just had an FTR one that came out, a pre-order. Kyle Fletcher's getting all the offense in this match. That's good. I know the suplex or what that was, but a little bit of offense from AR Fox. Clothesline. Getting a little hot run. AR Fox is. Oh, that was good. Oh, good cutter. 1, 2. No. That was a good cutter by AR Fox. He's going to do a 450 splash. Oh, he missed it. Oh, another cutter. At least Mark Davis is ringside with Kyle Fletcher. Oh, it's a good kick. Brainbuster, 1, 2. Oh, that was a 3. That had to have been a 3. That looks so much like a 3. Kyle Fletcher with the Brainbuster. That had to have been a 3. They got to show replay that. God, this is awesome chant by the crowd. This is awesome. This is more worth the reason to get HonorClub. Because like they have a lot of top tier matches. Especially like everyone knows, Brett Titus and Tracy Williams have put a lot of 5-star matches on AEW tag team wise. A lot of good singles matches too in ROH. But you get a lot of those intense back and forth. You don't know who's going to win type matches. The matches that give you goosebumps because you don't know who's going to win because they keep on kicking out. Oh, kick by Kyle Fletcher rolled out of the ring. Big kick by AR Fox that leads Kyle Fletcher outside the ring. Who's going to go for here? AR Fox going to the top rope. Oh, that's Swanton. I like a Swanton bomb. Yeah, look at Swanton. He got it too. I will say that AR Fox has a lot of these high flying moves and he connects them all. He doesn't miss. If he misses, it's very rare. If he misses a move, like a lot of high flyers, like I said with Dante Martin, for example, and Darius Martin, like they'll do a lot of this high flying stuff, and half the time that they don't even connect with it, they miss them all. But AR Fox he's always point on. You can tell he has a little bit of pace to him. AR Fox he doesn't go so fast at like going boom spot spot spot. He's taking his time a little bit while going fast. Like you're still able to go really, really fast, but also pace yourself and make sure that you're landing all this stuff and not botching every single time you do it. Nigel, Aussie. It's really great to have Nigel on commentary for Ring of Honor. This has been a really back and forth match. Oh, he's about to come with another cutter. What's going to happen here? Power driver? He is a power driver, that's it. Especially from the top rope. Oh. Falcon 2. Oh. There's a Falcon Arrow. That's what Riccaboni said. Still doesn't get the win. Kyle Fletcher's calling it quits. He's saying this is it. Oh, he's going for a. That looked like a similar person's move, Kenny Omega, when he does the it's over tombstone. 1, 2, 3. Tombstone power driver. Kyle Fletcher gets to win. That was a really, really good match. The crowd's really behind. The crowd was really behind that match. Okay, this is an awesome chance. They're all behind Aussie Open right here. Kyle Fletcher. That was a really, really good match. Like that's match of the night so far. I'm gonna get a code of honor. This must have been before. They had these tapings before he got injured. Before they vacated him. Code of honor between Kyle Fletcher and AR Fox. That was a really, really good match. Good sportsmanship between AR Fox and Kyle Fletcher. Next, we should have Willow Nightingale. I don't know who she's going against. Get a Devil or Nothing ad. They got Willow Nightingale next. Of course, Willow's going to win this. But it's been a while since Willow's got a title shot. Well, at least on this new era of ROH. I think it's defended against Willow. There was a woman from New Japan or Japan. She went against Mayu, I believe that's her name. It should be Willow, Mayu, Yuka Sakazaki, Sky Blue. It's at least 4 people right there. And it's been a while since Willow Nightingale's got a shot. And she's been racking up a lot of wins here lately. So it shouldn't be too long before Willow gets another shot. Hyan. Hyan. And apparently, when Willow Nightingale beat Mercedes Monet, she wasn't supposed to win that match. Like they had to call an audible, basically. I feel like that's what you should do in wrestling. Like if someone's injured and it's really and you stop the match for a little bit, and you can tell it's a really bad injury, have the other person win to avoid like having to vacate it, or in AEW at least, what you have to worry about is an interim champion. Which fans do not like interim. I do not like an interim champion. I hate those. Uh, just holding everything back. But I think that's what you should do. But Willow changed everything, and not in a bad way either. Like she literally changed the whole game in New Japan and AEW. Like she changed it. Which it sucks that Mercedes Monet got injured, but this is a big moment for Willow Nightingale because I don't know how old she is. If I had to guess, she's probably in her 20s. So this is a big accomplishment for her. And I believe they just created that title too in New Japan. So she could say that she's one of the first champions of that belt. Oh, that would have been a good move right there if Will would have gotten that. Oh, that was good. Cartwheel by Willow. I feel like Willow's trying to fool her now. But I think we got like 4 or 5 women's matches tonight. This kind of sucks that out of the 19 out of the 19 total matches tonight, we only got 3 or 4. I believe it's 4 women's matches. I could be wrong. It could be more than 4, but I know there's at least 4 women's matches. We're seeing the second one right now. We got Athena versus Promise Braxton tonight. And one of the Renegade twins is probably going to be in action, if I had to guess. Hopefully, Lady Frost has been in ROH a lot. Hopefully, we see her more. Hopefully, maybe Vert Vixen is in ROH a lot more. And who was the woman with Joey Janela before he left? Kayla something. Maybe put her on ROH. Because they need to build the ROH women's division up. Because it is a separate company, so they really need to build ROH up as its own brand. With its own wrestlers. It's okay to have crossovers, but you need people who are primarily on ROH and some who are primarily on AEW. Which, yeah. It's been a back and forth match. I will say, like, a lot of these matches, even though they have a lot of matches on a card, hardly any of them is a, like, 2-minute squash match. Like, all of them have something to bring. Each match. Change the colors up a little bit. Since Dynamite, it's ROH. Powerbomb. 1, 2, 3. Pretty decent match. By Willow. Willow picked up the win by a powerbomb. They gotta give Willow some more competition, I will say. Now we got the Kingdom versus Ninja Mac and Willie Mac. The Kingdom's definitely winning this match. Davis Willow should be the next ROH champion. Yeah, either her or the ones that they've been building up in ROH. Is not. They're gonna need a few more big time women wrestlers in ROH besides Athena. But they've built up Sky Blue, they've built up Willow, they've built up the Renegade Twins. So Willow would have to be one of the ones to eventually beat Athena. But I still think they could get women like Rachel Ellering in ROH, get Lady Frost, Kira Hogan now, it appears. This would be interesting. Willie Mack and Ninja Mac. The Mac Attack. That's what the tag team name is. Have they been a tag team before? I feel like they have been. I don't know if they have been, but just by that name, the Mac Attack makes it seem like they've teamed before. If anyone knows, leave in the comments if the Mac Attack was a tag team before. Three of these people, or four of these people in the ring, were all in Impact before. The Kingdom, Maria, and Willie Mack, they all left. I wonder if we're going to get anything with the Righteousness tonight and the Dark Order, because last week I believe Stu Grayson is going to join the Righteousness. So I'm curious to see where that's going to go. Yes, so next week we got Shibata versus Alex Coughlin for the ROH Pure Championship. So that was filmed last night. So I'm pretty sure I was correct when I said tonight they're going to show all the remaining matches they filmed at Universal. The next week will be the matches from last night. Then the next week, next weekend, they'll have an ROH taping. Not this weekend, next weekend, they'll have an ROH taping that'll cover at least 2 weeks. Then it'll be Collision time. It should be. Then they'll be doing ROH tapings after Collision. Before or after, I guess. They could do before or after, really, because there's no darker elevation. That was a good drop kick by Matt Taven. Good forearm by Matt Taven. Oh, Willie Mack getting some offense. Oh, he just shoved Matt Taven out of the way. Tagging the Ninja Mac. Crossbody. A double crossbody, that is. Got some chops. Got a super kick. Again, a little bit of offense tonight. Ninja Mac is. Just gonna go suplex. Oh, reversed it. World emote. Good kick. Ninja Mac's really fast. Oh, it's a big kick, but got caught. Oh, that was so good. That was really good how he landed right there. That's really hard to do. Super kick. He tried to super kick him. He caught it. Then he tried to throw him off. The way he caught his balance was so cool. Got Suicida. Mike Bennett's catching him, isn't he? Yep. He's. Oh, that was. He went for he was gonna do like a suicide or something, and Matt Taven caught him, and then a German suplex, whatever we're gonna call it. That was really, really good by Mike Bennett. Mike Bennett and Matt Taven has some of the best teamwork in the tag match. Suplex. Oh no. One, two. Oh, kicked out. I thought that was gonna be it for sure. The Macs aren't gonna let it go that easy. Ninja Mac. Trying to show some light. Oh. Suplex. Frog splash. Frog splash by Matt Taven. Another really good frog splash by Matt Taven. Like some of the moves that he does, you don't think that he would do good, but he does really, really good. Tag in the Matt Taven. Ninja Mac getting some offense again. Oh, good. You gotta make a tag. Made a tag in Willie Mack. Is he gonna get a hot run? Basically, the hot tag to Willie Mack. It's a good insecurity by Matt Taven. Irish whip by both the Kingdom. Clothesline to both the Kingdom. I like that. The charisma by Willie Mack is contagious. Cannonball. Ooh. I believe that was a cannonball. No, Kevin Owens do it, and I always call it the KO ball, not the cannonball. Samoan dropped. What is that? What it's called? The Samoan drop. I don't think that's what it's called. You're back. Standing moonsault. 1, 2. I thought it was gonna be it. I thought Mike Bennett was gonna break it up. Willie Mack does moves that you don't think he should be able to do. A lot of these like moonsaults and stuff. You don't think that he'd be able to do, but he does perfectly good. Is Willie Mack gonna no Ninja Mack going for whatever this is? There's a lot of flips right there. See, 1, 2, 3, 3 flips in the ring, then going outside. That'd make me dizzy. Like I'm dizzy just even thinking about that. The Samoan drop. No, I can know that move's called. I know what it's called, but I don't. I know what it's called, but I don't know what it's called. Tagging the Ninja Mac. Oh, good. That's a good punch by Mike Bennett. What's happening here? That they're finished. Proton Pack. 2, 3. Kingdom pick up the win. As I said, yeah, the Kingdom have really good teamwork. That's how they win matches lots of times. Like towards the end of this match, a lot of good teamwork. Austin Terrell, hi there to you as well. Thanks for stopping by and watching. Thank you to everyone that's watching. We really appreciate it. And we got Mercedes Martinez versus Dream Girl Ellie. It's good to see Mercedes Martinez back in action. She's been out for quite some time. She lost the title at the end, and then she was MIA. Now she's back. I forgot about her. She's another contender that could win back the ROH Women's Championship from Athena. She could win it back. But I feel like when Athena loses the ROH World Championship, that she should go back to AEW. Well, she is in AEW, but go back to primarily being in AEW more rather than ROH. Because I believe that she could shine in AEW too. I feel like the majority of wrestling fans know who she is, Athena. So she could be some type of a ratings draw because people know who Athena is from WWE from being Amber Moon. So people will know her as a recognized face that they would know. This isn't going to be hard match for Mercedes Martinez, I don't think. Oh, that was good. I'm guessing Dream Girl Ellie is from Tennessee. Oh, very big boot by Mercedes. I also want to see Mercedes Martinez back in AEW more because all these people are signed to AEW, but they're appearing on ROH too. But I still want to see them a part of AEW too, even though that they're on ROH, but they're signed to AEW, so I still want to see them on AEW some. So I hope on Collision they get more than one women's match a week. That they can't keep on doing that. Just one women's match a week. They got at least do two women's matches on Dynamite and Collision. You know, you get a lot of men to use, but maybe some weeks you can do one women's match, and then some weeks you could do two women's matches. Uh, like out of the month, like 2 weeks out of the month, you do on one Collision and one Dynamite, or like two times out of the month, with 2 episodes by Dynamite Collision. 2 episodes have two women's matches. But you could do a tag and a singles to make it that six women you'd be using. Oh, that was a good suplex. That was a good suplex by Mercedes Martinez. She's dominated this whole match. Like this is a squash match, but they're making it last long than 2 minutes. Yeah, she's just playing around with her now. Should have called timeout. Let's end it. Yeah, there's no need to embarrass her anymore, Mercedes. That's it. You can end it anytime you want. She's getting her reps in. Oh, she won by submission? Yeah, she won by submission. She immediately tapped out to that. I don't know what submission hold that was, but when she went back on that, she immediately tapped out. There was no struggle of fighting. Hopefully, we see Mercedes Martinez on Collision. Because on Collision, with this brand split, it's actually going to give women more opportunities, kind of. Because there'll be a women's roster on Dynamite and a women's roster on Collision. So that gives more women TV time. And then you got to think about Rampage, too. Even though they don't have that's competitive women's matches sometimes, but you got Rampage too. That gives them more. Brand split's going to benefit women a lot. Ninja Mac backstage promo. Is Willie Mac and Ninja Mac can do each other? That was funny. Willie Mac said, "My dad did get around back in the day." What if? What if they can do each other? This is interesting. Ashley Demoise. Ashley Demoise versus Danielle Camila. I'm going Ashley should win this match 100%. There's no reason why she should lose. Again, like I was talking about women who have been established in Ring of Honor. Ashley Demoise is a perfect example. She's 0-2. So she deserves to win this match. So like people that's been established as of course Athena. You got Willow, Nightingale, you got Sky Blue, you got Ashley Demoise, you got Mercedes Martinez, Renegade Twins, um, Lady Frost who's been on there. at least 7 women right now. I would say Yuka Sakazaki, but she's not on ROH regularly to be established in Ring of Honor, which she's been established in AEW since day one of AEW. But you could put other women on Ring of Honor exclusively, like Rachel Ellering, who would be really good in Ring of Honor, I think, and could be a ROH Women's Champion. So let's see. We got Danielle Camila, who is a I don't know who it is. You're talking about someone was a former Phoenix Suns cheerleader. One of the 2 women right here, Ashley or Camila. A lot of athleticism from Ashley starting out. We've already seen more than four women's matches, haven't we? Because we've seen Willow, we've seen Kira Hogan, Mercedes match. We got this match. Then we got Dina later on the night. So it's 5 women's matches we're getting. Yeah, Camilla's definitely on this match so far. Nigel's definitely not wrong about that. Ashley gets some offense. He clotheslines. Oh, good. That was good by Demoz. A float over slam. Randy Orton does that type of move, but he doesn't do a quick finish to it. Like he's really quick with that move. 1, 2. The ace cutter by Camila. Yeah, I don't think Danielle Camila should be used in our. Oh, what was that move? Kick out. 1, 2. Kick out by Danielle. Going for the cover again. Going for the cover again. You got it 3 times, and you shouldn't get it either. You don't have to keep. You don't have to keep going for the pin if you didn't get it the first time. But Danielle Camila, I think she should be used in ROH a lot more. She's putting on a good fight right here, and she didn't get an entrance. Danielle didn't. That's more like a jobber type entrance. Basically, you just get your name called out. She's putting on a heck of a fight. We've got a torture rack. Like a backwards 2. Oh, That was so close to being a 3. What's that move? It's kind of like a AA, but a backwards AA that John Cena does with the FU. That's what John Cena used to call it, the FU. It's kind of like a backwards move of that. Oh, was that rock bottom? 1, 2, 3. Ashley Demois picks up the win. Her first win in ROH. That was a really good women's match. I can say that tag team wrestling and women's wrestling is where ROH has. Like, that's where it's at. Like, if you want top tier tag team wrestling, it's ROH. If you want top tier women's action, it's ROH. Like, this match right here proves it. If like last week or the week before, it was Athena versus Sky Blue, an amazing match, and we've seen another amazing match out of these two women, Ashley and Camila. Both of these women should be signed to ROH. I would say AEW, but well, they're technically the same company, but these both of those women should be definitely used more in ROH. I will say, uh, like the ROH roster needs to be updated desperately and add people like this. Because like these are amazing young talents that ROH is featuring that should be on their active roster. I know it doesn't matter much that they don't add to their roster, but I think it's something to update because if a new person who doesn't know who ROH is and they going down the roster and they want to see who they have, and if they just see 6 or 7 people, they're going to think, well, they don't have many people. Why should I watch? But they go and they see a lot of people, then that's more reason for them to check it out. It's just the small details for me that really stand out. Rocky Romero next. He's 1-1. So I'm guessing that they do records in ROH as well. He's been in ROH for a few weeks now. Like when ROH first started back up, like Rocky Romero is someone that I fully expected to be on ROH. I didn't know when, but I knew that he would be some part of ROH. I wouldn't mind seeing the Roppongi Vice in ROH. But then again, I think the best friends should be used a lot more in AEW, which I feel like the main focus should be best friends, not Roppongi Vice. But who knows what could happen? Like if I'm predicting the next few AEW tag team champions, I'm giving FTR a very long run. I would have them close out the year as champions and probably not lose until next year's, I don't know, All Out or Full Gear. And the team that should beat them, in my opinion, is Santana and Ortiz, Proud and Powerful. I would have them beat FTR because they've already have a story there because they've feuded before. And then the team that beat Proud and Powerful, which was Santana and Ortiz, um, I would have best friends beat Santana and Ortiz. That's the next 2 tag team champions in order that I would do. Santana and Ortiz beating FTR and best friends beating Santana and Ortiz. Because of the two teams that deserve to be tag team champions in AEW is Santana and Ortiz and best friends. That hasn't won them yet. But Proud and Powerful hasn't got many title shots for the tag team championships. They've got maybe like 1 or 2. Rocky is an ROH. Yes, he is an ROH. He's going against, I believe his name's Titus Alexander, I believe. That's who he's going against. But yeah, Rocky is in singles action right now in ROH. Ron Duffney, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you watching. Everyone, I really appreciate everyone tuning in and watching ROH with me. It's only me, so I'm trying to create conversations and stuff, so it's great to have you guys tuning in and watching. This Titus guy, he's been on AEW Dark before, I believe. Ooh, that was a very good springboard DDT by Rocky Romero. You got a lot of air with that too. With the springboard. Oh, I was good. He caught himself. Oh, Suicida for Rocky Romero. Some the Eddie Guerrero. Don't show Conan that. He'll get really mad. Oh, what was that? 1, 2. Oh, I'm sure that was going to be it. Rocky Romero is definitely going to win this match. Cross behind Rocky Romero. Oh, did he do it on purpose? He kind of slipped, but he did. He must have did that on purpose. Slipped on purpose. Brainbuster by Titus. 1, 2, 2 count. We got 8 people in here watching. Thanks for watching, everyone. Oh, good boot by Titus. Just. Oh, what was that? Oh, transitioned it into an armbar. Oh, tap. Rocky Romero wins by submission. That was a good armbar. He went up to the top rope and I did like I don't know what move you'd call that, but he did like a move out the top rope and transitioned it into a armbar. If anyone's watching and knows the move that he just did, definitely comment what move that was. Okay, Code of Honor. That was a really good match. Very good match and very good victory for Rocky. I'd like to see him go for the ROH World Championship if he hasn't already. Oh, so we got the Righteousness and Stu Grayson versus Marcus Cross, Barry Morales, and LSG. So let's see where the story goes. Because last week we seen Vincent asked for a chance to Stu Grayson to prove themselves. Stu Grayson, and tonight we got Stu Grayson teaming up with the Righteousness. I don't know if I would have him join them because the Dark Order really needed another member because they only had 3, and Stu Grayson coming back added 4, and they really needed a 4th member to add to the Dark Order. But now it seems like he's not going to be staying with the Dark Order pretty much not long. So it really sucks how much they've given up on the Dark Order. I like to say that I feel like everyone's given up on them in AEW. And it sucks that Brody Lee put this faction together from scratch. Like, a lot of these guys, like Preston Vance, he handpicked and made him something, a part of his group. And now he's gone. He hasn't went anywhere. I feel like they don't want to give Dark Order a new leader in respect to Brody, but in the process, the Dark Order would never be taken serious again without a legit leader like Brody Lee. And I thought the perfect person for that would have been Bray Wyatt under Rotunda. He would have been perfect for that. But if they don't want a new leader for the Dark Order, it's probably best to, like they're doing now, just not focus on the group at all. Really, just basically give up on the group. Which it sucks to say that, but if you're not going to add a new leader or something to the group, then you might as well just disband it. because I believe the Dark Order could be trios champions or tag team champions, but they're going to be taken more serious than what they are now. Tagging the Dutch. Close iron. Very good drop kick by Stu Grayson. Leg drop by Dutch. Marcus Cross is really good. If anyone doesn't know, Griff Garrison, who is in AEW, who used to team with Brian Pillman Jr., him and Marcus Cross was a tag team in the Indies. They were called the Masters of the Universe. Basically, a team like Dragon Ball Z. They were a really talented tag team, and I would like to see them reform that team in AEW. Maybe put Griff Garrison and Marcus Cross on ROH as a tag team, and build them up in ROH. But if anyone doesn't know who they are, or doesn't never seen them tag team together, I definitely recommend going on YouTube or somewhere and researching Masters of the Universe, because they're really good. Vincent's dominating everyone right now. I don't know if I don't know if he's a legal man or not. I guess he's a legal man, but he just dominated everyone. Tag into LSG. You get some offense on Vincent. I know what they could do. Thinking about it, have the whole Dark Order join the Righteousness. I mean, might as well if you're not going to focus on the Dark Order itself anymore. But then that would limit them another trio team for the trios division. And that's something you don't need. You don't need to limit the trios division. Here comes the Dark Order. Reynolds, Silver, and Uno. Yeah, I want more questions too. Riccaboni, I want more questions. Like, where does Grayson stand? It's going to cost Grayson a distraction. Damn. He swung that guy around, Dutch did. He swung him around the ring like he was nothing. That's got to be it. All right, what are we doing? Do they want Grayson to get the pin? Tag made to Grayson. One, two, three. Grayson gets the win for the Righteousness. No, yeah, they basically made deal with the devil. I can see right now the Righteousness, including Stu Grayson versus the Dark Order in a trios match. 3-on-3 would be pretty good. I wonder if Brian Cage is in action tonight. If anyone doesn't know, he's probably my favorite wrestler in ROH. I like Brian Cage. He's one of my favorite wrestlers for sure. If you've been watching this podcast for a while, you know Brian Cage is one of my favorite wrestlers. Yeah, they're fighting over the soul of Stu Grayson. All right, Nigel. A lot of questions remain. Let's do Grayson. So the main event tonight is Samoa Joe and Zack Sabre Jr. teaming up to go against Matt Sydal and Christopher Daniels. 7:26, and this episode goes to 8:56. I don't know how many matches we've seen already, but we've seen at least 8, 9 matches so far, maybe 10. Backstage promo with Joe and Sabre. It's gonna be interesting to see when they end this match. I could see it happening at Forbidden Door. Samoa Joe and Zack Sabre Jr. if they want to extend it that long. This should be interesting. We got Hot Sauce Tracy Williams versus Shane Taylor, 1-on-1. Anytime Rhett Titus and Tracy Williams are in a single or tag, like if either one of them's in a singles or they're a tag, you never know what you're gonna get. Like I've seen a lot of really good matches with Tracy Williams, Rhett Titus in this new era of Ring of Honor. The matches with them two versus Rhett Titus and Tracy Williams versus Roosh and Jalisco was really good. Their match against Aussie Open was very, very good. Probably their best match in this new era of ROH. So, curious to see what we're going to get out of this match. I'm saying Shane Taylor is going to win this match, though. Shane Taylor has the Workhorsemen accompanied with him. I believe I mentioned that before, that they were with him. We got 9 people in here. Thanks everyone for watching. We normally don't get this many people for Ring of Honor. Bobby Ray's, Shane Taylor. Yep, Shane Taylor's in action now. ROH is tonight, Cody. That is my brother, if anyone does not know. Anyways, back to the action. Shane Taylor, he had a faction, was it Shane Taylor Promotions before this new era of Ring of Honor? We had one of his members, O'Shea Edwards, on here for an interview. Definitely recommend going back and watching that with O'Shea. Very nice guy. And we'd love to see him a part of this new era of Ring of Honor, whether it's with Shane Taylor or by himself. But I personally would like to see the Shane Taylor Promotions established again in this new era of Ring of Honor, because they were a really pretty good group in Ring of Honor before Tony Khan bought it. Before ROH kind of folded, but it kind of did fold. It kind of did go out of business for a little bit. I would see Silas Young more in ROH because he's appeared once against Shane Taylor, but after that we haven't seen him. Now, I know a lot of people, this is probably an unpopular opinion, but I would actually like to see EC3 in this new era of Ring of Honor. I think they could use his. He doesn't have much star power, but he does have a little bit of star power to him. EC3 does. He would be a favorite to go for the world title. I don't know if he played a heel or a face. He could play either one. If you had him as a face going against Claudio, I believe that would be a big time match for Claudio and get more eyeballs on Ring of Honor. You know, a lot of people doesn't like EC3. I thought he had a really good thing going in Impact when he first got there. Then he went to WWE, and then he started Control Your Narrative. That didn't really go plan out pretty well because I don't know if they still have shows that Control Your Narrative. If anyone knows, even in the comments. But only thing that they do Control Your Narrative shows because Kieran Cross is in WWE. Braun Strowman left, and he's in WWE. But I think EC3 would attract some more eyeballs to ROH. He's not like a huge draw, but he would draw people to ROH. I feel like just to ROH. AEW certainly does not need anyone else. That's for sure. Nick Aldis might be another good person to put in ROH. I don't know. I believe he has a short-term deal with Impact because he recently went back to Impact Wrestling. So if he doesn't sign after the short-term deal, I would bring him to. I don't know. I feel he would work perfect in AEW, either on Dynamite or Collision. But I would try him out on Rampage. I mean on ROH as well, because they're going to need a little bit more star power to draw some eyeballs to Ring of Honor. Because Claudio can't be the only person that people know to draw people in. Oh, that was a good DDT by Tracy Williams. Everyone watching, what is your opinion on EC3 or Nick Aldis coming to Ring of Honor? But technically, since they're filming ROH before and after Collision, if they signed Nick Aldis to AEW and put him on Collision, he would be a part. He could essentially be a part of ROH as well. So that's a win-win both. You could put him on Ring of Honor and Collision. But what is your guys' thoughts on EC3 or Nick Aldis coming to ROH? Oh, he's gonna try to see if he can try to do a power driver to Shane Taylor. Shane Taylor dodging a lot of punches there. Bobby Ray's Nick Aldis would be good in ROH. Aldis versus Claudio would be good. I agree. I believe that would be a good main event for ROH pay-per-view. That would be a very good main event. You could have it on HonorClub as well. But if you wanted to build a good opponent for Claudio for an ROH pay-per-view, Nick Aldis would be a great selection. He could play a face. So yeah, that would be a pretty good person to put on ROH. I feel like to go against Claudio on a pay-per-view. Power driver by Shane Taylor, and he wins by a power driver. That's not the normal Tracy Williams match you'd see because definitely the size difference with Shane Taylor got him that win. But a pretty decent match, and Shane Taylor picking up the win. He dominated Tracy Williams in this match. I hate to say it, but essentially he did. We got Dana versus Promise Braxton next. ROH Women's World Championship Proving Ground. What matches we have left tonight? I remember that one tag match. I don't know if Brian Cage is in action. I don't know if Blake Christian's in action. me look at the card just a minute. Davis Davis Goes said EC3 will be good for the ROH television championship scene, while Aldis is in the world title picture. I agree with that. You could have one in one area, one in the other. Samoa Joe versus EC3 would be a pretty good match. I don't think they've ever won against each other. I don't know if they went against each other in NXT or WWE. I know they didn't in Impact at all. At least to my knowledge, they didn't. So EC3 feuding with Joe and all this going against Claudio will be very, very good. Two main attractions to get more eyeballs in ROH. And subscribe to our club. Like the more big names you have, now I know EC3 and Nick Aldis aren't like mega names like CM Punk or Jericho or Kenny Omega, but they would draw somewhat more eyeballs to the product in ROH. I feel like they wouldn't draw millions of people, but they would draw more people to watch ROH weekly and generate more money for Honor Club. Flip Gordon, I wonder where he's been at. I haven't seen him in a while. I thought he would have been signed by AEW. And if anyone doesn't know, on June 14th, we will have an interview on here. I believe an hour before, I believe it's before Dynamite, June 14th. I believe it's on a Wednesday. We will be having ROH tag team, the Outrunners, on here an hour before Dynamite. So definitely come by and we'll be showing off the viewers' questions at the end. So if you guys have any questions for the Outrunners, definitely come on and ask them any questions you want. They're a tag team that should have been in the 80s or 90s. They should have been another time. But they're a very talented tag team and with a great gimmick too. So I definitely recommend coming on and coming by and watching and asking them the questions that you may have. Yeah, that was not a crowd reaction at all. It was a delayed crowd reaction. It seemed like. I was getting drugged out. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not gonna complain getting all these matches, 19 matches. I'm not gonna complain. I'm getting my money's worth, paying for Honor Club monthly. But the good thing about it is if with a lot of these matches you can go back and watch it because it is on a streaming service. Pretty big uppercuts by Athena. Good thing that Promise Braxton has a mouthpiece in because see, she was prepared for Athena wearing a mouthpiece or a mouth guard or whatever you want to call it. Oh, she can transition to a. Oh, that was smart by Promise Braxton. Transitioned it into a submission hold. Bobby Ray's Athena has had a really good title, and Athena has had a really good run as ROH champion. I agree. ROH Women's Champion. Uh, she's had a lot of title defenses. She's had a few proven ground. Proven ground matches aren't title matches. They're basically number one contender matches to be number one contender, basically. So basically an eliminator match. Nobody wins eliminator matches, at least in the AEW they don't. Uh, yeah, I agree. She's had a very good run. And hopefully down the road we'll see her as AEW Women's Champion or AEW TBS Women's Champion. I believe she would be a great TBS or AEW Women's Champion, especially this heel run. I believe this heel run has gotten her over in AEW a lot more than her face run. I also think if AEW did women's tag titles, her and Athena and Statlander teamed up for a little bit, so maybe putting them back together when well, if Athena ever, she'll probably go back face eventually, but whenever she goes back face. Having a Statlander Athena going for tag team title gold. Promise Braxton's not playing around in this match. Knees to the back, that had to hurt. Promise Braxton's really putting on a good match right here. She's definitely giving a fight to Athena. She isn't going down without a fight. Oh, Athena caught her, rammed her head against the middle turnbuckle. That's the experience by Athena, and the inexperience by Braxton. Oh, that was a good move. 1, 2. This has been a really good women's match so far. It has been a squash match. Braxton's gotten. She's definitely put on a fight for Athena. Chops and strikes by Braxton. Oh, that had to hurt. That was a pretty. Oh, good forearm by Athena. She got to win by submission. Yeah, that's got to be it. Yep, that's it. Athena wins by submission. That was a pretty good match. I still think the best women's match tonight was Ashley Demoise versus Danielle Camila, I believe her name was. That was still the best match. Still the best women's match. That was really good by Athena and Promise Braxton. Someone gonna make the save. Someone's gonna make the save right here, right? No, Kira Hogan. Kira Hogan from behind attacks Athena. Kick by Athena by Kira Hogan. Yeah, there's a little bit of awkwardness right there. She kicked her and then just stood there for a little bit. There was a crowd reaction for Hogan. Until she said bitch. She said bitch and then people reacting. I will say the fans are not behind Kira Hogan. Until she said bitch. That's when they were some type of crowd reaction. You're not winning the ROH World the Women's Championship, Kira Hogan. She's definitely not being the next champion. Should be a good challenger. Good person for Athena to beat, though. No, you won't be laughing when Athena gets her hands on you. You can ask Sky Blue, Willow Nightingale, Ashley Demoise for sure. Don't take Athena lightly. You may attack her from behind, but in an actual match, Athena can go pretty hard. No one have done that because Athena's payback is going to be a lot worse than your backstabbing that you did. We got Journalistic covers Tony Deppen next. It's great to see Tony Deppen back in ROH. Tony Deppen was also on this podcast for an interview. So definitely go back and check out the Tony Deppen interview that we did. He's currently injured right now, I believe. So definitely go by his social media pages, and I'm pretty sure he's selling merchandise and stuff. Definitely go by his social media pages and definitely support him if you can. Definitely try to support him because he's injured. So He's not signed to a company, so therefore he has no ways to make money. So if you can, I definitely recommend going and buying a shirt from him or something to support him. Who knows? I might try to get him on again. To help support him. Jalisco is 4-0 in singles competition in ROH. I don't know if that's singles competition or his overall record in ROH. But he has lost matches in ROH. So that would have to be a singles record. Tony Deppin's a really good wrestler. I'm curious to see how he got injured. I don't know if it's in this match or indie show or what happened. I don't know what kind of injury he has either. Charles Jalisco is really talented. I agree. AEW Ring of Honor has used a lot more luchadors here lately, and one of the best is Jalisco. He is the original Sin Cara, if anyone does not know. In WWE, he was in WWE as Sin Cara, and then they recasted him with another person to play Sin Cara. Jalisco is very talented. I would like to see him. Maybe the what do they call the LFI? Maybe seeing them being ROH 6-man champions, or him being having singles gold. Maybe going for a pure championship. I'd like to see Jalisco go for some gold. Technically silver because Ring of Honor's belts are silver, so technically going for silver, but for some silver gold. Well, silver, basically going for some silver, basically, because their titles are not made of gold; they're made of silver. All their titles. Davis, I remember Deppin on here. Uh, yeah, he was on here for an interview. If you haven't checked it out, anyone who hasn't, definitely recommend going back and watching that. We've had a lot of interviews on here. We've had a lot of good ones. Sabu, as I mentioned a lot of times. We've had O'Shea Edwards. We've had Matt Taven, Buddy Matthews, Bryce Remsburg, O'Shea Edwards, Brooke Havoc. We've had on here. She's been in AEW, trained at the Nightmare Factory. We've had Amber Nova on here once. At least 9 interviews. Our next interview coming up with the Art Runners will be our 10th interview. Leave in the comments of guys that you would like to see us bring on here for an interview. There's a lot of people that we could get on here. But from a fan perspective, who would you guys like to see us bring on here for an interview? Oh, that was a good move by Tony Deppen. As Riccaboni said, a springboard gator is the move he just did, Tony Deppen. Double stomp. Going for the cover, 1, 2. I'm curious if that move is the way he got injured because he connected the move, but when he dropped, he did drop pretty hard. I don't know if he had grabbing his neck, so that was a really good move, even though he did that more like it hurt him more than it hurt Juristico, the one he dropped on. Oh, good shot by Tony Deppen. Incredible chop. That was kind of weak. He's going to stop the hell out of him, isn't he? Julistico is. Oh, yeah, that was definitely the better chop. Julistico just did. And Tony Deppen's taking it with a grin on his face. His chest is getting redder and redder with those chops. Oh, slapped him. Oh, he probably popped him in the mouth pretty good. Julistico with these chops. Now both guys slapping and chopping each other. Back and forth punches. This has been a very good back and forth match. Good knee by Deppen. .360. Pretty good German suplex by Tony Deppen. Another German suplex. Going Deppen City. So Suplex City, Deppen City. Oh, Julistico does a German suplex into a super kick. Oh, that was a good. Well, as of Riccaboni's words, a poison Hurricane Rana. I'm not good at wrestling move names. I used to be really good at wrestling moves and stuff, but once I got out of wrestling in 2011, and once I got out, I forgot a lot of the moves I used to know, but I used to know a lot of wrestling moves back then. But I know some moves like the Power Driver, the Brain Buster, the Canadian Destroyer, the Frog Splash, and other moves. Oh, good shot by Tony Deppen. If he's going to go outside with that, about to say, if he's going to go outside with that, that was going to be really painful. Now, what's going to happen here? Oh, that was good. A springboard Hurricane Rana by Julistico. That was really, really good. Head scissors. That's it. Onto an armbar. That's it. Yep, that's it. Julistico picks up the win by submission. A lot of people tonight has picked up a win by submission. I mean, a few people has won by a pinfall tonight, but the majority of the matches tonight have been won by submission. It's good to see like a variety. Like majority of the time when a win happens, you see it happen by pinfall. But in Ring of Honor, or at least tonight, majority of the matches have been won by submission. It's very different to see because now you don't know how they're going to win. They're going to win by submission or they're going to win by pinfall. Nick Camarado and ROH. It's going to be Blake Christian versus Nick Camarado next, I believe. I will say Nick Camarado should be used a lot more in AEW. He has such a great look. When he had the that was weird. But we got Sky Blue versus Miranda. Miranda Elise. Miranda Elise. We've seen her before in ROH. She was at she was on a 0 hour of ROH. I know. I believe she used to wear a mask. Yeah, she wears a mask. So this is the sixth women's match tonight. Six or seventh. So we've seen a lot of women's matches tonight. More than a handful, which is really good to see. Sky Blue's gonna win this match. Sky Blue's definitely got to win this match. She's wearing an arm sleeve now. That's different. There's gonna be no code of honor on Miranda's watch. But as I was saying about Nick Comoroto, his match against Dustin Rhodes and Dynamite in a bull rope match was really, really good, and a really old school match. And it seemed like Nick Comoroto, he has the look, but they just need to use him better. I could see him being a TNT champion, possibly a world champion in years to come. Because you need to think like 5 to 7 years from now, who's going to be in AEW? Of course, you got young guys like Darby, Sammy, MJF, Jungle Boy. Uh, you got a lot of young guys in Action Andretti. Nick Comoroto. I don't know how old he is, but he seems like he would be someone that would be around then. I wonder what AEW is going to look like in 2030. Like, who will be active on the roster? Will CM Punk still be there? Will the Elite still be there? What will the roster look like by then? Oh, that was good. No, that was a good kick by Miranda. Oh, like it knocked the wind out of someone. But I know we have a match that was filmed in these tapings. There was Lady Frost and Miranda. I believe it was Miranda. I wonder if they're still going to show that match. That was a good kick by Sky Blue. This is probably the longest Ring of Honor stream we've had. Oh, we've gone on 2 hours now. I'm being upset if Sky Blue lost this match, I feel like. Skyler picks up the win. Miranda got she basically had the entire match. Like, she basically had all the offense in that match. Lexi in there. No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't have said that. She said, "What does it feel like to get a taste of your own medicine?" Oh, I'd watch that if I were you. I wouldn't have said that. Oh, I wouldn't have done that, Lexi. I really wouldn't have done that. That was weird. She shut the bag down and picked up and left. Got Cole Carter and Zach Clayton versus Darius Martin and Action Andrade next. We still got Nick Camarado and the main event. What time is it? 8:03, and this lasts till 8:56. Probably got at least 4 matches left. It's been a good night of action, though. I can't lie. I do agree that Zach Clayton, especially signed by AEW, but he's better. I'd rather than put him on Collision than AEW programming. I think he's more. He's better being on ROH than AEW because no one knows who he is. Like, they had him debut on Dynamite, and no one knew who he was. Like, who is this? Like, at least present him and build him up for people that know who he is. Like, if you have a debut with someone like Mercedes Monet, people know who that is. Like, you don't have to build them up to get people to know who they are. Someone like Zach Clayton, you do, because no one knows who they are except people that seen them on the indies. Like, they did that with Cole Carter. Like, one night they had him wearing a Sting mask, I believe, on AEW, and he took it off and it was him. He was with Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal when they were feuding with Darby and Sting. And after that, after that, I don't think we've seen him with Sting. I don't think we've seen him with Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal ever since then. They dropped that whole thing. So, but I guess they found something better in that group with Sanjay joining the group rather than Cole Carter. Cole Carter was also with the Nightmare. What's it? The Nightmare? Not the Nightmare Family, but the Nightmare Factory. And I kind of disbanded that group, and QT and Aaron Sills with Hobbs. No, it was a good clothesline. Was that Clayton? But I do hope for Collision when if you want to see the pictures for Dynamite, like for Dynamite it looked pretty decent, but after Dynamite had Rampage, I said people left, and then for Ring of Honor tapings, even more people left. So they're trying to cram a bunch of stuff in the one show. in one night, and people like there are a lot of people left. You can't cram so much. Like they tape a lot of matches at Universal Studios, so if they would pace themselves out and put like 7 or 8 matches on each episode, then you don't cram. And, like you don't have to do shows on after Rampage and cram a bunch of matches, then have a dead crowd, and then the crowd reaction for all these matches on HonorClub, like all the matches are dead. Like the crowd's not into it whatsoever because they're drained. Like as Dynamite's 2 hours, Rampage is an hours with TV. They're having the film, and then you got I don't know how many matches I filmed last night, Ring of Honor, but imagine I probably filmed at least 9 or 10 matches, which is the normal size of an ROH show, like per episode. But like all these matches, like they should limit the matches on ROH, HonorClub. Like, of course, we're getting our money's worth, but I would rather see the crowd into it and an exciting crowd and they're into the matches rather than getting a whole bunch of matches and fans bored out of their mind and it just they look exhausted and it's just not a crowd reaction for the wrestlers or anyone involved. Like I'd rather see 7, 8 matches per episode with the crowd actually involved than a 20 match show with the crowd half dead and just a few fans in the crowd still into it. That's just my opinion, though. I think they'll be fine because they tape a lot of matches, so just splitting them, like when they tape ROH on Collision, like they should tape like before Collision maybe 5 or 6 matches, and then after Collision maybe three more matches. So if you do 5 matches before Collision and 5 matches before Collision and 3 matches after Collision, that's 8 matches. That should be enough. Like that 8 matches should be good. Should be good enough per week. Frog Splash by Cole Carter. Like in this match right here, I think there should be an upset where Zach Clayton and Cole Carter win. Because it seems like the obvious wins. Like some of the matches are very predictable, but like the matches are good. Don't get me wrong. Like they're very good matches, but I'd like to see an upset here now and then to make you think you don't know what's going to happen. Hey, that should be a 1, 2, 3. That was a pretty decent match, but yeah, it's good to see them still using Darius, even though Dante is injured, because he'll probably be out for a while with the injury he had. I wouldn't mind seeing. It would suck for Dante, but seeing Action Andretti and Darius Martin go for the ROH tag titles and potentially winning them, I could see them winning them. Got Blake Christian and Nick Camarado next. We're looking so much matches we got left. This match, Blake Christian's obviously going to win. Like, that's not even something I have to think about. But I think a good shocker and having Nick Camarado win and building him up would be pretty good. Besides the obvious people are winning all the time. And Tony, Blake Christian's a very talented person. Uh, he should definitely be on the ROH roster. I believe he is signed exclusively to Ring of Honor. Blake Christian is. He was on Dynamite last night, but he's a very talented athlete. I'm glad that they're involving him in ROH more. Yeah, it's getting draining. So many matches can give you can be exhausting a little bit. Oh, good. Still see it caught by Nick Camarado. Oh, at first into the post, the ring post. Suplex. It's kind of like a suplex, and just chunked him across the ring. That's pretty good to say. I never thought of that. Everybody said he's a strong man, but also a smart man. Talking about Nick Camarado. No, we'll get right back up. Blake Christian going on a hot run. Suicida into Nick Camarado on the outside. What's going to happen here? Oh, that was good. Both 2 feet in the back of the head. It's that frog splash. Fans are behind all heart Blake Christian. No, it was good fireman's carry. Got a chair. He's going to cheat to win. Is Blake Christian turning heel? Oh, what was that? He's going to distract him like Eddie Guerrero used to do. Yeah, he's going to distract. Yeah, this is a distraction. Oh, roll up. 1, 2, 3. With the distraction with the chair he threw in, rolled up Nick Camarado and got the win. That's a pretty good match. Blake Christian getting the win. That was a very good way of how I got the win. That was pretty good. Yeah, he's mad. All smart. You call it all hard, I'll call it all smart. Because that was smart. Oh, wow. Diamante versus Trish Dora next. Now, Trish Dora got a win on ROH. We haven't seen her in a while. But they've kind of established her a little bit as well in ROH. And Diamante, this is her first match in ROH, I believe. I don't know why she was on ROH a while ago. Diamante. She seems like she would fit perfect in ROH. Diamante should have been in ROH a lot more. She's officially signed to AEW now, I think. Well, she's been added to the AEW roster, so I would assume that she's been signed officially. So I think her being in ROH would be beneficial for her. I think she fits more in ROH because she's not going to get used in AEW because they got so many other women to use, uh, like Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, Tony Storm, Saraya, Ruby Soho, and others. But hopefully, this brand split, they're able to use more women like Mercedes Martinez, Athena. I want to see those women in AEW more, not just ROH. I mean, ROH is good, but I want to see them because they're signed to AEW. So I'd like to see them in ROH as well. Jason Miller, thanks for watching. How's ROH going? It's going pretty good. This is a super size edition of ROH. We got 19 matches, which is a little bit dreadful. Uh, Watching them all, but it is really good though. It I can't complain. I'm getting my money's worth with Honor Club, but it is a little bit draining as a fan having to watch all these matches at once. Um, yeah, it's been pretty good tonight though overall. Let's see how many matches we got left tonight. We go into their Twitter page or something. They've had a lot of matches tonight. How many matches I'm seeing we've seen so far? Looks like the last match is the main event. Oh, never mind. We got Pentagon Jr. versus Slim J. Forgot about that. I didn't know. I didn't know that was on here tonight. So we got two matches left. I hate to say it, but I might have to cut this short. Not that I don't want to watch it, but I got a really bad headache right now. I don't know if it's exhaustion of watching all this or what. Sometimes your eyeballs on a screen can be uh, give you a headache. I'll at least finish this match. Diamante and Trisadora. I want to finish these ROHs, but sometimes they're very long. Like Dynamite's different. It's 2 hours, but look at maybe 2 hours and 5 minutes. It's gone on 2 hours and 24 minutes. Uh, but the difference between our WCW stuff and it's like the WCW stuff is more spaced out, like not 19 matches. I don't know what's different. ROH is different from Dynamite and other stuff. Ooh, it was gonna move by Trisadora. But tomorrow we will be back for our Double or Nothing predictions video. Uh, I know Emily will probably be on. I'm not sure who all else. I know we might have a new person on. As last night you guys seen Michael. But we had three new people join our podcast, so I think we might have at least 4 or 5 people on tomorrow night for our AEW Double or Nothing predictions. It's gonna be starting at 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'd probably go on for an hour. But we'll have a full-on predictions video. And Saturday we got Rampage. Because Rampage is normally on Fridays, but it's on Saturday this week. So to replace it, we're doing a predictions video. Then on Saturday we'll do our normal Rampage reaction. I think Diamante is going to pull us out. She's going to tap. Yeah, that's it. Diamante wins by submission. Just like hopefully Diamantes continue continue gets continue gets used in ROH. I've got a Shibata now it's Coughlin video package for next week. It's being filmed in from last night. It was in Las Vegas, at the MGM Grand Garden Arena, or the MGM Arena. I know it's called the Grand Garden Arena. So it's the teacher versus the student next week. It's going to be a really good match. It's for the ROH Pure Championship. Yeah, that's going to be it for me tonight. Everyone, this is a 17. I don't break 17 matches tonight. Or this is 18. Yeah, then 17 total. We had the 17 matches. Overall, it was a really good show. I will say there wasn't many stories being told. It didn't look like. I mean, the matches were good. I mean, most of all the matches were pretty good matches, but the only story that was really told was the Righteousness and Dark Order. Is what I got of it. Kaleido's not really in a feud. The Tag Lucha Bros aren't really in a feud. Samoa Joe, I forgot about that. We saw Samoa Joe and Zack Sabre Jr. and we'll see. That's the main event tonight. But there's a feud right there with Samoa Joe and them. But yeah, thanks for watching. If there was someone on here with me, I'm pretty sure I could finish it. But golly, 19 matches is a lot to watch. But it was a very good episode. If I had to give it a rating, I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. I would have given it an 8 if it had more stories. Because the only stories, like I said, that's been told is I forgot Athena and Kira Hogan, Dark Order and Righteousness, and Samoa Joe and Zack Sabre Jr. Those 3 matches are the only feuds, like story-wise, that's going on. All the rest is just random matches being taken as happening. It's random matches, but I'm not saying that those matches aren't good because a lot of the matches tonight were really, really good. Like the Kingdoms match was really good. Who else? Camila and Ashley Demoise. Jalistico and Tony Deppen was really good. And there were some other good matches too. Mark Briscoe and JD Drake was good. There's a handful of good matches, but there needs to be more stories in ROH. That's the only thing I'll say. Like, you can have all the matches you want, but you need some stories to keep people watching every week. I know it's not on TV, but you still need to show some type of effort in stories. Not like the world champion is not even in a story. Claudio, like his last feud, it seemed like was Eddie Kingston. And how long was that? Like, wasn't that like what was their last pay per view? Like a few months ago, 2 or 3 months ago. So the world champion should always be in a feud, whatever company it is. Yeah, as I said, we'll be back for our AEW Double or Nothing predictions, our AEW Double or Nothing 2023 predictions video tomorrow night. We'll be back for. It'll be me, probably me, and about 3 or 4 other people. There'll probably be 5 of us on tomorrow night. Yeah, and then on Saturday, as I said, we'll be back for our Rampage reaction. But yeah, definitely come back for those 2 streams, Friday and Saturday. And next week we'll be back. We won't be going full on like we did. There will be no ROH live reaction next week. That's because, as you guys probably know, me and Chris is going to AEW House Rules in Tupelo, Mississippi. So I'm going down to his place Thursday. Then Friday we'll be going to the show. So I won't be able to do a Ring of Honor reaction, but next week I'll definitely be able to do another Ring of Honor. But it's great doing this. This is a good makeup. coming back and doing 17 matches. So, uh, yeah, definitely check out the All Elite Zone in the link in the descriptions below. Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Spotify, and Podbean. Not to mention that, but Facebook, Twitter for all our guest announcements, show updates, news. We wish Precious happy birthday. We do lots of stuff on those two, Facebook and Twitter. For audio stuff, Spotify and Podbean, those two we have a lot of audio. I've updated it a lot this year. A lot more stuff has went on there. So if you're on the road, going for a walk, yeah, you have the All Elite Zone on Spotify. But yeah, definitely subscribe down below. We're at 343 subscribers, so we gained another subscriber during the stream. So whoever subscribed, thank you for subscribing. We really appreciate it. As our goal is 500 before the year's over with. But yeah, I really appreciate everyone watching tonight. It really means a lot, all of you coming by and checking us out. But yeah, we will see you guys tomorrow night for our AEW Double or Nothing 2023 predictions.